Welcome to Life Issues. My name is Niyi Murele from lifebuildingcentre. It's such a great pleasure to have you watching this program today, and I'm so excited that you are, because I believe that if you're watching this program, that means you are alive, and if you are alive, then life issues are for you. The objective of this telecast is actually to help you to have practical things in your hand that can help you to deal with life issues that we do come across on a daily basis. And today I want to look at something that is extremely very important, and I want to build your faith up, most especially if there is any area of your life whereby you are experiencing health issues. I want to look into that in this series, and today I want to quickly read the scriptures and then give you some practical notes of how to deal with difficult health issues that maybe you have been dealing with for quite a while. I want us to go to the book of Matthew, the 8th chapter quickly. I'm going to read few verses from there, and I would say few things, and I believe that whatever it is that you hear today, your faith will spring up and it will help you to come out of any form of illness or sickness or afflictions, bodily, spiritually, emotionally, that the enemy has put on you. In Matthew 8, the Bible records in verse 1, it says, when he was come down from the mountain, great multitudes followed him, and behold, there came a leper and worshipped him, saying, Lord, if thou wilt, that can make me clean. And Jesus put forth his hand and touched him, saying, I will, be thou clean. And the Bible says, and immediately his leprosy was cleansed. And Jesus said unto him, see thou tell no man, but go thy way, show thyself to the priest, and offer to the gift that Moses commanded, for a testimony unto them. I pray that God is going to give you a testimony as well at the end of this telecast. One thing I want you to know about the story of this leper is, in those days, as a leper, when you are diagnosed with leprosy, you have some issues that you have to deal with. Number one is you have to be separated from your family. You have to leave your house. You have to leave the camp. You are not allowed. You have to be isolated. You have to stay in lepers colony. And I believe that that's one thing, number one thing that sickness does to us. Sometimes it kind of isolates you and separates you. Number two thing is, this leprosy for this particular man must have affected him physically. In other words, leprosy eats into the skin, affect the skins, and so on and so forth. So you have a kind of physical deformity. Maybe you have anything that has physically deformed you as well. Maybe you have things that have isolated you, taking you away, or keeping you in the same inglorious position. This word that I'm bringing today is for you. And number three is that if you're leprous in those days as well, you cannot be allowed into the place of worship. In other words, you are cut off from God totally, completely. And I know that many a times when you're sick, you find it so difficult even to pray, to believe, and so on and so forth. But I want you to look at the case of this man. Even though he had been isolated, he's been kind of sentenced to lepers colony, even though he had physical deformity, even though the priest had said, you cannot come to the camp, you cannot come and worship. But when this man heard about the fact that Jesus was in town, he defied all those things. I think it started from his mind. It started with him. He made up his mind that, I'm going to be healed. If you hear his word, he said to Jesus, Jesus, I know you can make me whole. And I want to challenge you, I dare you, I challenge you today that if you make up your mind that Christ can make you whole, Jesus can make you, let it start from the mind. In other words, healing doesn't start from outside. It doesn't start from the medications and all the things that doctors have given us. It starts from inside of us. You need to make up your mind that you are going to be made whole. You're going to be healed. And the second thing you need to do is, after making up your mind, I want you to come to Jesus. I want you to come to where Christ is. Come to fellowship. Come to where prayer is. Come to where the word of God is being shared. Come to where there's an atmosphere of the presence of God, because in his presence you can have liberty. You can be cleansed from whatever it is that the enemy had put upon you. I want you to know that in those days as well, there were medical doctors. I believe that this leper must have tried everything, but nothing worked. But eventually he heard about Jesus Christ, and he came to where Jesus is. I'm inviting you to join us in fellowship as well, because I believe that when you come to where the word is, where prayer is, in his presence, you also will be healed. I want you to join us, or send us email at lifebuildingcentre@hotmail.com, or give us a call on 07828414020, or join us in fellowship on Sundays, because we're here. We create an atmosphere of His presence on Sundays, 10 a.m. at Life Building Christian Center, Unit 2, Potter West Business Center, and that's on Potter Way, North Acton, 2 minutes away from North Acton Station. That's where we are. We look forward to see you. God bless you.